The vitamin that can so profoundly transform mobility after 70 is vitamin D. Often called the sunshine vitamin, vitamin D is a fat-soluble nutrient that's more like a hormone than a typical vitamin. Its role in the body is incredibly broad, influencing everything from bone health and muscle function to immune response and mood. For older adults, adequate vitamin D levels are a critical component of maintaining independence and quality of life. The story of Maria, Javier, Elena, and others isn't just a feel-good narrative. It's a reflection of the powerful, evidence-based impact this nutrient can have. Despite its importance, vitamin D deficiency is surprisingly common, especially among older adults. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D from sunlight. Many people also spend less time outdoors, and even when they do, factors like sunscreen use, protective clothing, and living in northern latitudes can hinder production. This widespread deficiency is a silent contributor to many age-related challenges, including the very mobility issues described in the initial text. So, how exactly does this simple vitamin become a game-changer? It's not just a single benefit, but a cascade of interconnected effects. Think of your body as a complex machine. While you may focus on one part, like the joints or muscles, they all work together. Vitamin D acts as a central switch, optimizing the function of multiple systems simultaneously to create a holistic improvement in your ability to move and live actively. Let's delve deeper into some of the points already raised and explore new dimensions of how vitamin D truly works. The previous section touched on how vitamin D aids in muscle repair and responsiveness, but the mechanism is fascinatingly complex. Muscle cells have receptors for vitamin D. When the vitamin binds to these receptors, it triggers a chain of events that directly influences muscle protein synthesis. In simpler terms, it tells your muscles to grow stronger and more efficient. This is not a simple, one-step process. It involves a complex intracellular signaling pathway. The active form of vitamin D, calcitriol, binds to the vitamin D receptor, VDR, which then acts as a transcription factor. This VDR calcitriol complex moves into the nucleus of the muscle cell, where it binds to specific sequences of DNA called vitamin D response elements, VDREs. This binding process directly regulates the expression of genes involved in muscle growth, repair, and function. For older adults, this is crucial for combating sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. Sarcopenia isn't just about feeling weak. It's a major risk factor for falls, fractures, and the loss of the ability to perform daily tasks like getting up from a chair or carrying groceries. Vitamin D helps to slow down this process. It not only assists in building new muscle, but also enhances the function of existing muscle fibers. This leads to better force generation, meaning your muscles can contract more powerfully. This is why people like Javier, who struggled to get out of his armchair, found new ease in his movements. His muscles weren't just getting bigger, they were getting better at doing their job. Furthermore, vitamin D's role in muscle function extends to a type of muscle fiber known as fast-twitch fibers. These are the fibers responsible for quick, powerful movements, like catching yourself when you stumble. These fibers are particularly vulnerable to age-related decline. By supporting the health of these fibers, vitamin D can dramatically improve reaction time and agility, making you more resilient against falls. Research has shown that low vitamin D levels are directly correlated with a reduction in the size and quantity of these fast-twitch fibers. Supplementation, conversely, has been shown to increase their cross-sectional area and improve their functional capacity. The improvement in muscle power and reaction time is not just a theoretical benefit, it is a direct result of these cellular-level changes. The connection between vitamin D and muscle goes beyond protein synthesis. It also influences the intracellular calcium handling within muscle cells. Muscle contraction is initiated by a rush of calcium ions into the cell. Vitamin D helps to regulate the flow of these ions, ensuring that the muscle can contract and relax efficiently. Without adequate vitamin D, this process becomes sluggish, leading to muscle weakness, a common symptom of severe deficiency. This is a subtle but powerful mechanism that underlies the improved stamina and power experienced by those who correct their vitamin D levels. The impact on muscle extends to the very mitochondria, the powerhouses of our cells. Vitamin D has been shown to improve mitochondrial function and efficiency, leading to greater energy production. For an older adult, this translates into less fatigue and a greater capacity for physical activity, creating a virtuous cycle where increased physical activity further enhances muscle health and overall well-being. This multifaceted influence on muscle, from protein synthesis and fiber health to calcium regulation and mitochondrial function, is what makes vitamin D such a potent force for combating sarcopenia and improving mobility. A deeper dive into anti-inflammatory effects. Joint discomfort and inflammation are often a direct result of the immune system being in a state of chronic, low-grade activation. This can happen with age, and it's a process known as inflammaging. This constant internal fire damages tissues, including the cartilage and synovium in your joints, leading to the pain and stiffness that Elena experienced. Vitamin D acts as a master regulator of the immune system. It can dial down the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, those irritating compounds that cause swelling and pain. At the same time, it helps to increase the production of anti-inflammatory molecules, bringing the entire system back into a healthier balance. This isn't just about masking pain with a pill, it's about addressing the root cause of the inflammation. The mechanism is complex and involves vitamin D's influence on various immune cells, including T cells and macrophages. It can shift the balance of T helper cells from a pro-inflammatory Th1 profile to a more balanced Th2 profile, effectively dampening the immune response. The vitamin's influence on calcium regulation is another key piece of this puzzle. It ensures that calcium is properly absorbed and directed to the bones, where it's needed, preventing its inappropriate buildup in soft tissues like joints, arteries, or kidneys. This is a critical dual benefit. You get stronger bones while protecting your joints from painful calcium deposits. The inappropriate calcification of cartilage is a hallmark of osteoarthritis, and by regulating calcium metabolism, vitamin D plays a protective role against this degenerative process. Furthermore, vitamin D modulates the production of matrix metalloproteinases, MMPs, which are enzymes that, in excess, can break down cartilage and other joint tissues. By helping to keep these enzymes in check, vitamin D helps to preserve the structural integrity of the joints. This is a powerful protective effect that goes beyond simply reducing inflammation. It helps to maintain the very framework of the joints, allowing for smoother, less painful movement. The connection between vitamin D, inflammation, and joint health is also linked to the gut microbiome. Emerging research suggests that vitamin D plays a role in maintaining the integrity of the gut barrier, preventing the translocation of inflammatory molecules from the gut into the bloodstream. A healthy gut microbiome, in turn, can produce anti-inflammatory compounds. This creates a fascinating and often overlooked link between vitamin D, gut health, and systemic inflammation. By fostering a healthier internal environment, vitamin D helps to calm the joint storm from multiple angles, providing a holistic and sustained approach to managing joint discomfort. Sharpening the mind-body connection. Balance isn't a single skill, it's a symphony of information traveling between your eyes, inner ears, muscles, and brain. The prompt mentions proprioception, your body's innate sense of where it is in space. Vitamin D is essential for maintaining the health of the nerve cells that carry these signals. Without it, the communication lines get fuzzy, and your brain doesn't get accurate information about your body's position, leading to the swaying or unsteadiness Luis experienced. Vitamin D receptors are abundant in the brain, particularly in areas associated with motor control and balance, such as the cerebellum. When vitamin D levels are low, the signaling pathways in these areas can become impaired, leading to a breakdown in the coordination required for stable movement. The improved nerve signaling, therefore, is not just about faster communication. It's about clearer, more accurate information being transmitted to the brain. This allows for quicker and more precise adjustments to maintain balance. Emerging research also suggests a direct link between vitamin D and brain health, particularly in areas responsible for motor control and cognitive function. This means that adequate vitamin D levels might not only improve the physical side of balance, stronger muscles, better nerve signaling, but also the cognitive side, the ability to process information and react quickly to changes in your environment. This is why simple exercises, like standing on one leg, become more effective when paired with a good vitamin D regimen. You are essentially training a system that is now working at its peak. This cognitive component of balance, often called motor planning, is critical for fall prevention. It's the ability to anticipate a challenge, like a change in terrain, and adjust your posture and gait accordingly. The inner ear, home to the vestibular system which is crucial for balance, also relies on vitamin D. The vestibular system contains tiny crystals called otoconia, which are made of calcium carbonate. Vitamin D, by regulating calcium metabolism, is essential for the proper formation and function of these crystals. A deficiency can lead to a condition called benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, BPPV, a common cause of dizziness and a major risk factor for falls in older adults. By ensuring proper calcium regulation, vitamin D helps to maintain the integrity of the vestibular system, providing a solid foundation for balance. This multifaceted impact on balance, from improving nerve signaling and motor planning in the brain to maintaining the health of the inner ear, highlights why vitamin D is such a powerful tool for fall prevention. It addresses the problem from all angles, creating a more resilient and stable system. Boosting mood and mental well-being. While the focus of this discussion is on mobility, it's worth noting that the benefits of vitamin D extend far beyond the physical. Fatigue and low energy, like what Anna experienced, aren't always just about a lack of physical power. They can be linked to mood and mental state. Vitamin D receptors are found in the areas of the brain that regulate mood, and studies have linked low vitamin D levels to an increased risk of depression and seasonal affective disorder, SAD. By helping to regulate neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which are key to feelings of well-being, vitamin D can help to lift the persistent veil of tiredness that often accompanies aging. This is a powerful, often overlooked, benefit. When you feel mentally sharper and more energetic, you are more motivated to be physically active, creating a positive feedback loop. You take the vitamin, feel better, move more, and this movement further enhances your physical and mental health. This is a profound shift from a cycle of decline to a cycle of vitality. The relationship between vitamin D and mood is still a subject of ongoing research, but several mechanisms are being explored. Vitamin D may influence the synthesis of serotonin in the brain, a neurotransmitter widely known for its role in regulating mood and happiness. It may also protect neurons from damage, reduce inflammation in the brain,